through the pre-season. It must be kind of the best vibe you guys have had going into a season proper for quite some time.
Yeah, obviously it's just NAB Cup, like everyone said, and everyone's sort of fine-tuning their team and trying to find out which players will play this year and which players still need a little bit longer. But yeah, obviously having 3 wins is good for a young team like us that needs a bit of confidence. And yeah, well, hopefully we can take some of that momentum into the round 1 and continue our good form.
Should we buy into the hype, Jesse?
You don't want to read into it too much. We're not saying we're going to go out and win a flag or anything, but I think we've shown enough that we're starting to develop and we can compete against good sides. We played 3 pretty good sides, and they played 3 pretty strong teams, no matter what they say. So, we're not extremely happy with where we are, but we've definitely made steps.
Does it change your mindset at all, though, going in with that positive momentum?
Yeah, like I said before, a young team, we need every bit of confidence we can get. 3 wins for us probably means a lot more than it does to a Hawthorn or something like that. And like I said, we're just going to try and carry that momentum into round 1 and into the season.
What did you make of your own form through the NAB Challenge?
Yeah, not exactly where I wanted it to be. I sort of struggled to find the ball and all of that, but it still wasn't so much about me. I think as a team we implemented the structure and the game plan that we wanted to, and I got the win. Obviously I would like to have played a bit better, but my last year's NAB Cup was pretty poor as well, and just tried not to dwell on it too much and just move on.
You looked pretty frustrated during NAB 3. The ball just wasn't sticking.
Yeah, it was just one of those days. I hadn't had a touch for the first quarter, and then when I did have a touch, I absolutely sprayed it and been copping it since. But no, all good. So yeah, I'm not too stressed.
Can you
scrutiny of your set shot kicking?
I hadn't seen too much of it. I saw a bit of it on Facebook, I tagged it on Twitter, but yeah, I had a bit of an off day. I got a pretty good routine, and last year it was pretty accurate. So I found it quite funny, to be honest. But hopefully I can switch on for round 1 and kick a bit straighter. Well, I was a bit too. Well, actually, you're probably not going to believe me because we already had it. It was actually as I was running, there was a bit of wind, so I've gone out for a bit of extra distance, and it's just come straight off the middle. I've tried to kick it that hard and got absolutely none of it, and then only had about 5 more kicks for the day. So they, sort of came back to that one, but yeah, it wasn't ideal.
David Schwartz obviously had plenty to say about your goal kicking. Is he someone that you would potentially seek out to talk to about it, or has he been in touch with you in the last couple of days? Or?
No, actually, I got tagged in Twitter on something last night, and his accuracy was about 58 or something. Mine's 69, so I don't think I'll be going to him for any advice. He can just keep his headlines on the radio and stay over there, to be entirely honest.
How much of an impact's Melbourne's ball movement going to have on your game?
Yeah, obviously more inside 50s. I think last year we were kind of down the latter end for that, and that's something with our new game plan that we're trying to be a more offensive team, and so hopefully it's going to impact all our forwards a lot more than last year. And we get a lot more opportunity and convert. So yeah, hopefully it's what you want, inside 50s opportunity.
You put your contract talks on hold early in the year. Was that a relief to you, just to concentrate on your footy?
Yeah, it's sort of been touch base with all the coaches, and I've sort of been speaking to everyone. It's not like it's me versus the club and I'm doing my own thing. It's very much we're all in it together, and they've just told me, just want you to focus on your footy and just play good footy, and at the end of the year we'll restart that and go from there. So it's no one's really concerned. I've still got 2 years to run, as I think about 95% of AFL players would have 2 years or less. But yeah, there's no real concerns there.
Jesse, a lot of people are talking about it. Do you find that distracting or annoying or anything like that?
Not really. I think everyone sort of goes through it. Probably 2 years out, it's probably a bit obscene, but no, that's all right. I'm going to have to deal with it, and I'm not really too concerned. I'll just block it out.
Do you see your long-term future at this club?
Yeah, obviously I'd like to see this club. We've got a very good young side coming up, and in the next few years, if not this year, we'd like to be pushing for finals and playing good footy. So, I think any young player playing forward for a midfield that we've got at the moment would be pretty silly to want to leave.
Do you have any personal goals for the year, better your goal tally or anything like that you will try and achieve?
Not really. I haven't really sat down and gone through it yet. Obviously there'll be things I'll want to achieve and things I want to do this year, but at the moment, I don't really set goal targets or any of that. That sort of just comes off the back of my other stuff.
Do you think the progress of the club and the team will have a bearing on your future here?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry.
Just the progress of the team and the club over the next season and a half, will that have a bearing on whether you re-sign?
Obviously to a degree, I think, but at the moment, like I've said, I'm sort of just focused on my own footy and the way the club's going to go. It's not really too much of a factor at the moment. It's still 2 years out. I haven't really even put that into frame, but yeah, obviously, if we're playing good footy and stuff, it's going to be a factor.
the Giants in round one, and there's always a big build-up to a round one game. Can you kind of talk us through what's going to happen over the next 10 days in the lead-up to the match? Is there more? There's obviously more time to spend on preparing for a round one game.
Yeah, we faced them early on last year as well, and they started their year last year 8-0 or something. So they're a good team when they come out. So they start their year pretty well like they did last year. So we'll be ready for that. And they play a real fast brand of footy. We've won all our games, and we know we're coming up against a team that can score 5 quick goals, and it's going to be, we haven't faced that yet. So we're just going to do what we've done every other week and look at what the team does and look at certain players and the way they play, and we'll just do what we normally do. Don't overthink it, and don't overplay. We'll just go out and do what we've been doing.
Pretty handy that Jeremy Cameron won't be there, though, particularly for your teammates at the other end of the ground.
Yeah, Tommy McDonald's a few fist pumps this morning. No, not at all. You don't really want to see players be missed. You really want to play, a full strength side against a full strength side. But yeah, obviously, not having Jeremy Cameron or Cam McCarthy out there will be handy for us.
How much has the talent on the list improved in the 4 years you've been there?
Yeah, obviously when I first got here, it was probably at the wrong side. But now we've got a lot of young players, and it's not so much. It's sort of just it's the players we've brought in. The mindset they've had has been second to none. They've wanted to learn. There's no, I'm a high draft pick, I'm better than you. Everyone's on the same level, whether if you're a rookie or if you're, pick 2, Christian Petrarca. Everyone's got that same hard-working mentality and that want to get better and be a part of a good final side.
Did you play round one last year?
Yeah, I debuted last year.
Just cast your mind back to then. I remember being in the outer, and it was one of the great days. I think it was the Demons' first round and winning that long. They made that much noise. There was only 30,000 people there. You have fond memories of that day?
Yeah, well, hopefully someone like a Clayton Oliver can have a similar sort of day. Playing your first game at the G is obviously a childhood dream, and getting a win obviously is a massive bonus as well. So hopefully we can do what we did last year and have a good start.
You see Sam Frost's role in relation to working with you?
Yeah, obviously he's probably one of the better athletes that I've actually seen. He's extremely quick and he's got good hands and he's extremely smart. He sort of just needs to link it all together, and he hasn't played forward for all that long. It's sort of started down back, so it's still it's not new to him at all, but obviously he missed a lot of last year with a foot injury, and he's still trying to find his feet, but no, there's definitely a spot for him up forward, and he's super exciting to play with.